Here is the story of Moses. In the ancient land of Egypt, there lived a baby boy who would change the course of history. Born to Hebrew parents during a time of oppression and slavery, Moses came into the world under a shadow of fear. Pharaoh had decreed that all Hebrew baby boys be drowned in the Nile River to prevent their population from growing too strong. But Moses' mother refused to let her son meet such a fate. She lovingly crafted a basket of reeds, waterproofed it with pitch, and placed her precious child inside. With a heavy heart and tears in her eyes, she set the basket adrift on the river, hoping and praying for a miracle. And a miracle came. As fate would have it, Pharaoh's daughter was bathing in the Nile when she spotted the basket among the reeds. Curiosity piqued, she ordered her servants to retrieve it. When she saw the beautiful baby inside, she was filled with compassion. Recognizing him as a Hebrew child, she decided to defy her father's decree and raise him as her own. Thus, Moses was raised in the palace of Pharaoh, surrounded by luxury and privilege. But as he grew older, he became increasingly aware of the suffering of his people. One day, when he witnessed an Egyptian taskmaster beating a Hebrew slave, something inside him snapped. In a fit of rage, he struck down the taskmaster and buried his body in the sand. Realizing that his crime had been discovered, Moses fled into the wilderness, where he lived as a humble shepherd for many years. It was there, amidst the solitude of the desert, that he encountered the burning bush and heard the voice of God calling him to a higher purpose. With a newfound sense of purpose and courage, Moses returned to Egypt to confront Pharaoh and demand the release of his people. Through a series of miraculous plagues, he finally convinced Pharaoh to let the Hebrews go. And so, with Moses leading them, the Israelites embarked on a journey of liberation and redemption. But their path was not easy. They faced many trials and tribulations in the wilderness, from hunger and thirst to doubt and disobedience. Yet through it all, Moses remained steadfast in his faith and his commitment to God's commandments. In the end, it was Moses who led the Israelites to the edge of the promised land, though he himself was not destined to enter it. After all he had endured and accomplished, he passed away on Mount Nebo, overlooking the land he had longed to reach. But his legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of his people, who never forgot the man who had led them out of bondage and into freedom. And so, the story of Moses became a timeless tale of courage, faith, and the power of God's redemption.